Trusting God in difficult times. Like, have you ever prayed and held on to God with your last breath, your last soul? Like, you tell God that, God, please, this is the only prayer I want from you to answer. And it feels like you have been forgotten. Like, God is not listening. You feel like you're in pain and God has gone silent on you. I've been there. I have been there. I have been there. From the shadows to the light, I rise. Hello everyone, welcome to From Grace to Grace with Nabi. Today's topic is gonna be just me speaking to anyone, absolutely anyone who is going through rough times, who is going through uncertain times, who is going through painful times, anyone, absolutely anyone who is going through like just downright heavy times. I'm here to talk to you about it because, listen, this past month has been rough for me. And it was amazing how I had a different topic to talk about today. And before I started, I did a little prayer and everything. And while I was worshiping, something came in my heart like, why are you talking about something else when you're going through something? And the navigation, the way you navigated your rough times has to be talked about. So I'm here to talk about and to talk to any person who is going through anything difficult, trials, tribulations, any uncertainty. Maybe this time has really been rough for you. And you have questions, you're just wondering, you're in doubt, like, why is God not doing something? Why is He not moving? Why is He not answering your prayers like right now? Maybe you've lost your job, or you've lost family members, or you've had a lot of disappointments, and you're just having a lot of questions, a lot of pain and uncertainty about your situation right now. I just want to remind you, I am there. I have been there, and we could walk through this. Absolutely faith in God. Don't let the situations break you because they are meant to build you. Even in bad times or difficult times, God is still with you. He will never let you go, even if it hurts. No matter how much it hurts, He is still by you. He is still with you. See, when He says, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper, He doesn't mean we will live a life without difficulties, or we will live an easy life. There shall be trials and tribulations, but He promises to go with us every step of the way. Pain is not abandonment. Just have to put in the back of your mind that whenever you're going through pain, God keeps His promises. He promises to always be with us. As Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2 says, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. So pretty much He's not saying that we will not go through a difficult life or we will live an easy life free of trials and tribulations. He says these trials and tribulations will be there, but He promises to be with us. Most of the times when we go through difficult times, we become so overwhelmed. Why? Because we forget the promises of Christ. Like, we don't hold on to, we don't have as much faith. If you have faith in God, Whenever you encounter these difficult times, trust me, it shall not overwhelm you. You'll be like, okay, I know I'm going through it, but I remember that God said, like, I read a, how you call it, a quote today. I read a quote today that said, my life hack is, Father, as you said in your word. So I believe that every time I go through trials and tribulations now, I'll go down on my knees and be like, life hack. Father, as you said in your word, you promised to be with me in every difficult times. You promised that this time shall not overwhelm me. So with that faith that I have, I shall not be overwhelmed. Nothing can overwhelm me in this life because my father's promises, I shall remind him, sometimes it's good to challenge God, like, hello, Father, you promised me. And God keeps to his words. God sure does keeps to his word. So whenever you're going through any difficult time, I want you to have that life hack. Remember what our Father says, his promises to always be with us in times of difficulties. Pain is not abandonment. The fact that we're going through a painful situation or difficult time does not mean that he has abandoned us. He promises never to abandon us. So even in painful times, he is our Father and he's still there with us. You may feel so broken, but he's even more closer because Psalms 34 verse 18 says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. So when you're even brokenhearted, that's when God is closer to you. It might feel like you might have been abandoned by him in such times. You might feel like he has forgotten you, but he says in his word that he is even more close to you when you are crushed in spirit. You should always remember that. Remember that life hack, God in your word, you said. Like, hold God accountable. Don't be afraid. Remind yourself what your Father has said and tell yourself that my Father said so, and so shall it be. God does not use his trials and tribulations to punish you, but to purify you. It is when you're undergoing such things that you have to understand that this is your time of purification. Purify yourself. Don't think because you have done bad in the past or you have seen that this is your own punishment from God. Like First Peter chapter 1 verse 6 to 7 says, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials, these have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith may result in praise, glory, and honor. Pretty much, these trials and tribulations have not come to break you, but to build you, so that at the end of the day, when you overcome them, you can praise God, you can glorify his name, and you can honor him. This period of trials and tribulations or these difficult times should be looked upon as a time for sanctification and purification. Purify yourself so that at the end of the day, when you cross this bridge, you can give God all the glory. You praise him, you talk about it, and people can learn from it. Because these storms you're going through is not the end of your story. It's not the end of your world. These storms can be used as a scene for your faith to be refined, for your faith to be anchored. Like when you're going through this is more reason for you to purify yourself, to like have more faith in God. Hold on to him, because like I said, his words say he will be with us. Hold on to him so that your faith could even be refined. I feel like most people's faith is more refined when we go through stuff, and hopefully we could continue with that pattern. Not only go back to him because we need for him to get us out of these situations, right? But if you look into it, like people who don't give up during difficult times, the faith are more refined during these difficult times, like they're more purified. And it's for us to continue to like Hold on to him even after we've crossed the storms. Keep holding on to him. So the next time you overcome another storm, you look at it like, I've been here, done that. Come on, this is still another bridge I'm gonna cross. But even when it doesn't look good, it's difficult to understand why God is letting this happen. Just know that even when it's not looking good on your end, even when you're seeing all the loose ends, getting up, even when you're seeing that this is the end of the road, it is not the end. Stop trying to understand why. The whys is not important, because Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. So you won't understand why these things are happening, because God has just told us to trust in him. Most of the times we focus on the why, like, why me, God? Why is this happening to me? Like, why couldn't you save me from this situation? Why could you save this person? Like, why would you let my job go or this family member pass away? We've been faithful, we've been praying, we've been steadfast, we've been holding on to you. Why? Proverbs um Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6 remind us not to lean on not to lean towards our own understanding, because we won't understand why. It just calls us to trust in God. Trust in the who and not the why. What does it look like to hold on to him or keep trusting in him well in these times? Pretty much just keep praying, even when you feel like there's no reason for you to be praying, when your life feels dry, when it feels like it's the end of the road. Keep praying. Hold on to him in prayer. Sometimes we feel so overwhelmed with everything and so disappointed that we are like, what's the need praying? We give up. No, we have to keep praying. Stay in the word. Sometimes we're like, life is life in, it's a lot for me to handle, and we forget that we have to stay in the word. Read your word daily, read the Bible daily. There's nothing that will overwhelm you that you cannot take 5 minutes of your time daily to read the Bible. I'm still a work in progress. Serious work in progress. Like, I'm battling that. And whenever I sit and like catch up with Bible studies or catch myself daily and even open my Bible to read, I feel the relief in me. Like, I have this reminder in me. Like, this week we're reading the book of James, and I had just been overwhelmed with everything. And this morning I had read was James chapter, I think, 2 verse 1 to 26 or something. Yeah. And it just reminded me of how faith goes hand in hand with actions, right? And I was like, oh wow. Like, sometimes I could come and preach to you about have faith in God, have faith in God, but my actions don't clearly show that I have faith in God. So it was just a reminder. That's how reading the word every day could remind you of situations that you're going through. It can just be a wake-up call to you. So it is important to read the word daily. Feed yourself like you eat. That's why it's called a daily bread. Next point will be to surround yourself with people who will remind you of God's promises. People who believe in God and know the word and will remind you that no matter what you're going through, God is with you. People who will pray for you and people who will hold you accountable, like, hello. Don't you know who your father is? Hello, girl. So I think that having that surrounding or having those people in your life is an important factor. Keep showing up. Keep showing up to church. Keep showing up to work. Keep showing up to worship. Keep showing up to whatever activity that you have planned. Most at times we want to take, a break and just drown ourselves in like tears and sorrows. I'm not saying you shouldn't cry, but don't lament. Why? Why are you lamenting? Why are you lamenting? You could, pop out a little 2 drops of tears, and after that, please get up, shake it off, and remind yourself who God is, what His promises to you are, and how He always keeps His promises. So I want you to keep showing up to every single thing. It is easier said than done. I am talking to myself too. Like, I always do these videos and it sounds like I'm yelling at you guys, but I'm yelling at myself too, because like I always say, I'm a work in progress. I am still a work in progress. I've been yelling at both of us, or is it all of us? I'm yelling at myself right now because I have not been showing up. And I've had people call me, right? Like, hey, today's Tuesday, where are the videos and all of that? So it's just a reminder to me as well to keep showing up. No matter what I'm going through, I have to show up to, my assignments. Yes. Because it's really easy to drift away from a lot of things, and you slowly find yourself detaching from everything. Like you could skip 1 or 2 Sundays and you gradually see that you have not gone to church in a while. Keep showing up. Don't let these difficult situations take you away from your daily activities or things that you have been showing up for. Keep showing up. So I don't know what you're going through right now. I might not understand what you're going through right now, or I might not relate to what you're going through right now. But what I know deep down in me is whatever you're going through, you are not abandoned. You are not forsaken. And your trust in God is not wasted. Keep trusting and keep having faith in God. Hold on to Him. Keep holding on to Him. Heaven sees you, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. What I've learned in situations like that is that my faith became realer than it has never before. So sure will that I held on to Him. I said, no matter what I am going through, only God could heal me now. Only God could take the pain away. And at the end of the day, we always give Him the praise. We always glorify Him. Because there are certain pains that, trust me, even therapy will not solve. I've been there, done that. I've gone to therapy for stuff that I was holding on to my therapist like he's just a mere human. Trusting in God could look like you crying and worshiping, trusting and believing, but never quitting. If you're going through a rough time, a sad time, uncertain time, this video is for you. And I just want to encourage you that this is your season of purification and sanctification. Hold closer to Him, because He will refine your faith in this moment. And you should never quit, because He has promised to always be with us. Keep praising Him, keep standing, keep worshiping Him anyways. And just to encourage you to keep going, don't quit, because God is with you. He is always with you. Let me know in the comments how you've navigated your difficult times, or the times that you never knew you could overcome them. Let me know how you navigated it. If it was easier for you to trust in God. And it's always important to share your testimonies. Like your friend said once, that my life could be gossip to you, but it's a testimony to me. And I've always, since I heard that, I have looked at my life and my experiences differently, because most times, or often, we are discouraged in sharing our experiences, or because we don't want it to be talked about, or we don't want people to gossip about us. But ever since I heard that, I'm like, oh wow, it had me thinking, like it had me rethink on how I see like things that happened in my life, because sometimes we're afraid to share those things, obviously because we're afraid of gossip. But I might share stuff with you and you think to you or to the world is gossip, but to me it's my testimony. So I want you, or encourage you guys, to share with me, or let me know how you've just navigated difficult times and help each other. And as always, I am always grateful for each and everyone who has watched this video. Please like, share, and comment, and share with anybody who is just going through and who might need an encouragement, in whatever difficult times they're trying to navigate. And I just want to say, you're not alone. God is always with you.
From the shadows to the light, I rise. Grace has found me, opened up my eyes. Every scar, story now redeemed. Walking by faith, not just what seemed. From grass to grace, I'm finally free.